Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Balqis Duvall. I recently played a character called Miss Lovett. Well, from a very young age, I was thrown into the world of Queen, where I experienced Freddie Mercury from the age of 5 to whenever, and completely fell in love with everything that he stood for. He made performance a real intimate experience, and he turned everything about himself into an artistic project. And I loved the way he portrayed his soul in that sense, and I drew great inspiration from that from a very young age. And I learned quickly that the sound of him and the way he did things was very similar to mine. I think my favorite part about acting is that I get to enjoy and learn and relive many characters that have been here before, that are here and maybe will exist one day. I think that's the greatest gift about acting, is that you learn how to be so many different people. Not only that, you learn about humanity, the human condition, and it gives you this sense of immortality, being a vampire and living 100 lives in one. I think that's probably the greatest gift I could ever ask for. The work is incredible. The expectations, you'll never know when you're coming or going. The lifestyle, always hit and miss. The feeling that it gives you within inside, for me, it's the breath I breathe. If you're wanting to go into acting, you have to be ready to expect a lot of heartache, a lot of failure, and a lot of triumphs as well. It's a very hard industry, but once you have to just keep telling yourself why you're in it and maintain the reason as to why you love it, and let everything else, the exterior noise, drift away, and keep perspective of why you're doing it, always. Like most things can be very fickle, but if you keep good head and heart in it, you'll find your way out. The biggest myth about the industry is that they tell you talent is enough. It surely isn't. Being punctual, turning up on time, and having the hunger and putting in the hard work, that will always override talent. Yes, oh my goodness, 100%. My absolute heartbreak in my life was the moment I thought, okay, this is the end of my career, this is the end of me. But it actually built this huge vortex of emotions and baggage that I go to every time I need to play somebody, and it was my greatest gift. You want to know about Miss Lovett? Oh, she's fantastic. I have to say I lost my mind for about 2 months, but I love doing that when I can. Miss Lovett was probably one of the most hardest characters I've ever played. Vocally and singing-wise, she took me to a different dimension that I'm still recovering from. It's been great. Yeah, and forever loving Miss Lovett. She'll always have a piece of me heart and a piece of pie, and yeah, that's about it. She's great. Love it. I have to say, since being back here, I really do think there's a massive movement happening, and people are coming out of the woodwork, coming out of the walls and saying, we're here and we're ready to sing and we're ready to perform. And I think because it's happening in such a collaborative environment, and with people propping each other up and that massive sense of support, I think we're entering a phase of Kuwait that's going to be quite revolutionary. For the art scene especially. I think it's a very special time to be in Kuwait, and I take my hats off to the ones who are really making the difference.